Sandra A. Mosley Scavello is one of the only two players in Eastern women's basketball history with as many as 700 rebounds and 100 three-point field goals, which goes a long way in describing her versatility both as a perimeter threat and inside player. Sandy started 96 of the 116 games in which she appeared, returning as a four-year starter after tearing her ACL after the sixth game of her freshman season. She was named to the Little East All-Conference team in which of those 4 full seasons, earning first-team honors 3 times. Including Sandy's injured first season, the Warriors posted 3 20-win seasons and qualified for 1 NCAA and 1 ECAC Division III tournament and reached the LEC Tournament Championship game twice. Sandy was named to the All-Tournament team of the Eastern Tip-Off Tournament for 4 straight years, capped by her senior selection as tournament MVP when the team won the title. In her career, Sandy scored over 1,500 points, grabbed over 700 rebounds, and landed over 100 three-point field goals. She left the program ranked second all-time in points and 6th in rebounds and three-point field goals.
It is my pleasure to be speaking on behalf of Sandy Mosley Scavello. I knew that Sandy was special when I recruited her from Omogo High School over 20 years ago. There was never a doubt in my mind that we needed Sandy at Eastern to advance our program. Sandy was getting heavily recruited to play Division II basketball, but something for her and her family just did not feel right. I will never forget her mom, Lori, reaching out to me, and that night I drove over to Goshen, Connecticut with 2 of our current seniors, Kristen Grassi Leary and Darcy Munn Lucas, to convince her that Eastern would be the perfect fit for her. I am forever grateful to her and her family for making that decision to ultimately attend Eastern. Sandy was instrumental in maintaining the tradition of Eastern women's basketball at a regional level. Sandy worked very hard, was extremely coachable, was a pressure player, and was a winner in every sense of the word, which is evidenced by her current status as our 3rd all-time leading scorer. The thing that stands out to me the most about Sandy is that she played with such heart, toughness, composure, and consistency. Her consistency was confirmed by her selection to the Little East Conference team in each of her 4 seasons, 3 times as a first-teamer. Proof of Sandy's great versatility is the fact that, at the time of her graduation in 2007, she was one of only 2 players in program history ranked among the all-time top 10 in both rebounds and three-point field goals. Although Sandy suffered a serious knee injury in her first year, she stayed engaged with the team and worked behind the scenes to get herself back to an elite level and help the team advance to the national championship game that season. Sandy and I were a great fit from the start. She was one of the best forwards we have had here, and she made everyone around her better, including myself. And that is truly the ultimate compliment for any student athlete. Everyone on the team wanted to play with Sandy. We had so many fun times on and off the court during Sandy's career. Although we won many games, it was the relationships, connections, and lifelong friendships that were created that were special because of the team trips, bus rides, team dinners, and yes, practices that we all experienced together that made up so many wonderful memories. Sandy comes from a great family. Today is a time to celebrate Lori and Mark's daughter, and also for me to thank her family and friends for supporting her decision to attend Eastern those many years ago. Congratulations, Sandy. The entire program is proud of you. It was truly my honor to have been your coach and to see everything that you accomplished during your time at Eastern and beyond. All of your personal and professional success is much deserved.
When I think of Sandy, I instantly think of the best basketball player I had the privilege to play with. She was a great friend and just an amazing person.
I remember the first time seeing Sandy play as a senior with the program. I went with Coach Beerley and our other captain as well, and we saw her play at Goshen, and I remember sitting there, we were right at the end line and watching her play, and we were so impressed by her athleticism and her rebounding, and we were just really looking forward to adding her to the program.
So Sandy and I got really close during my freshman year winter session when we had a lot of time to team bond. And she was just such a positive, happy person that we just really hit it off from the beginning. I always wanted to play with a person like her, and then getting to know her, she just was as amazing off the court that she was on the court. And our friendship meshed just like we did as teammates.
In the post player position, she was not super tall or, super strong looking, but she would get right in there on all the rebounds. She would battle against, one-on-one against some of our bigger post players. We were working on techniques and positions and stuff like that, and everything we talked about, she would try it in the next drill. If you put a post player on her, that was hard. If you put a guard on her, she'd turn around and play back-to-back and get the ball and make a quick move. So I think her versatility made her, a great player and hard to defend.
I think her versatility to play inside game and outside game, she could shoot the three. She was 5'10", so she had the height, which, you can't teach, but it definitely just made her a versatile player. She could rebound, push the ball. She really had all aspects of the game.
She was that rock on the team that, we could count on in a stressful situation. I think the girls looked to her. I think they wanted to play up to her level. I think that really encouraged them to come out. If Sandy was still playing hard and Sandy was still, working through it, even if we were down, chipping away at those points, I think that kind of encouraged everybody else to really, play up to her level.
Sandy's demeanor on the court was very level-headed. She never really showed emotion. She just played hard. She played competitive. She wanted to win, and she always went out and gave the team exactly what we needed of her. I think because of Sandy's level-headedness when she played, that people might not have known the competitor she really was, but being so close with her, I knew how bad she wanted to win every single game. She practiced like she wanted to win, and then she'd go out and play like she wanted to win, and we won.
I think when you have an injury, I think that really shows the type of player that you are. I think you either come back stronger, more in shape with that drive. And I think that's something that Sandy did. It was all on her to do the physical therapy and come back and keep her shooter's touch and keep all the agility that she had before. And I think she put the time and the energy into that.
So my freshman year, I didn't realize coming in that Sandy was injured. I just saw she wore a knee brace. I didn't know how devastating that injury was to her and the team. She just overlooked it and continued, to play basketball and succeeded. Again, besides the knee brace, I wouldn't have known that Sandy was injured. She had an amazing freshman year. She really is a special person, and she deserves this honor. So I'm proud of her.
At this time, it gives me great pleasure to present as a 2022 inductee into the Eastern Connecticut State University Alumni Hall of Fame, Sandy Mosley Scavello.